And so the number one thing that I've learned for myself over 10 years of making YouTube videos, and a big reason that I have 1,000 subscribers today, is that if you want to skip around, I put some time codes up here and down in the description. If you hate this video or if it's just not your cup of tea, please let it play all the way through, open up a new tab, do something else. I'd really appreciate it. So today I want to tell you about my YouTube journey and how I got from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. So I started this channel back in 2011. I was inspired by the likes of daily vloggers, the Charles Trippies, the Shay Carls of the world. I realized I wanted to make a living off of sharing my life just like these guys. I didn't know it yet, but that was a huge mistake that I only just recently realized. So I set a goal. I was going to do 100 days of vlogging in a row. I met that goal pretty easily, and so I decided I would do it for an entire year. I learned a lot in that year, and I got more than 200 subscribers in those 365 vlogs. I hit all of those, by the way, so if you want to see them, you're going to have to subscribe to my Patreon to just dive into the cringe, you know? It was really, really cool to experiment with this format that I had seen before, and now I was trying to emulate. I think that's my first piece of advice here is if you see something that you enjoy and you want to try it out, fucking go for it. I was a little bit burned out after that year of daily vlogging, and I decided that I wanted to take a break. This was in June of my senior year of high school, and so I wanted to kind of enjoy myself and live my life instead of living for the lens. I'm extremely grateful for that experience. I'm so glad that I did it. So after that, I went to college and I had a little bit of a sporadic posting schedule. Part of that was because I just tried a bunch of different things. I did a vlog every once in a while. I started a couple different projects, like I did a movie review show, I did the Alternative Sports Network, and then I did other vlog type things like this vlog project with one of my close friends. It just always felt like something was missing. I was definitely extremely impatient, and if I didn't see that subscriber number going up like by the minute, I thought that I was doing something wrong. I felt like a failure. I felt like I wasn't capable of doing this. I really thought to myself, is this right for me? Several times. Almost gave up a lot. I technically did give up a lot, actually. And I ultimately kind of decided that I would stop making this my number one goal. Instead, I was going to look for a job. And I did. And the wonderful thing about that is I was able to find something where I could create YouTube videos basically and get paid for it and have benefits and have stability. And that was fantastic. That was something that I previously had no idea existed. I'd like to do some kind of video about this, so let me know if you want to see something like that. And that was great. I was living in my own apartment. I had a really great life, and there was still something that was kind of missing. Around like 2017, I started making YouTube videos again. I had a string of, I just decided to pick up my camera and make videos. One video I made even did fairly well and started getting me consistent traction and consistent subscribers to my channel. I've been trying so many different things, and there was just one thing that somehow clicked. If you've seen my I quit my job video, then you know what happens next. Just to summarize really quickly, I realized I wanted to go all in on my YouTube channel. I had a window of 6 months where I could maintain my parents' health insurance, so I had some security there, and I decided to go for it. And the part that's not in that video is then the big P happened. And so I had another little wake-up call thinking like, you know what? I should probably try and work full-time again and do this full-time video creator, but as a job. So I'm actually back with that same company that I left right now, but there's this newfound spark that I have with my YouTube channel. Over the past year and a half, I've had the most growth that I've ever seen on my YouTube channel. And part of that was because I dedicated that full-time mentality to the channel. And if you look at the growth of my channel over time, you'll see that most of it pretty much happened in the last year. And that's basically because of a handful of hits and a lot of videos that really didn't perform very well. And that's why I've adopted this mentality of just show up across my YouTube channel. And that's kind of what I'm going to try and say more and more. I made a video about it that pertains to fitness, but I've realized that just show up is the mentality that I need to adopt moving forward. I know there's plenty of advice out there that says you have to find a niche and you have to figure out, what your corner of the YouTube bubble is. And that's totally fine. And that's something that I still want to do. I've been working on that for 10 years now. James Clear talks about this a lot in his book, Atomic Habits, and you should check it out because it's a fantastic read for if you want to make small improvements into your life that lead to large changes. I've learned a lot. I've got 10 years of experience doing this YouTube thing. A little more than that because I actually had other YouTube stuff I did before this channel. And I've realized that more than anything, I want to have a healthy relationship with creating. I think that initial goal of doing YouTube as a way to live off of it, as you doing YouTube as a career, was a little bit misguided. It's funny because I think that the goal that I had of vlogging for 100 days that then turned into 365 days, that was a great goal because that was something where it's like, I'm in control. If we think of YouTube for a second as a baseball game, I think that each video that you put out is an at-bat. Sometimes it's going to be a hit and sometimes it's going to be an out, a failure. There are absolutely techniques that you can use, just like in baseball, to try and get more hits. Try and position yourself to up your average, so to speak. But even the best hitters in baseball fail 70% of the time. And I think that's a great thing to apply to YouTube because there's a certain element where there is no guarantee to how successful your video is going to do. You can get a better idea, just like with baseball. The more you do it, the more you upload, you can kind of figure out the direction you want to go, but there's always going to be that element of mystery. And so the number one thing that I've learned for myself over 10 years of making YouTube videos, and a big reason that I have 1,000 subscribers today, is that your North Star, your number one thing that you're working towards, should not be growth. I was just using Clubhouse for the first time, which, by the way, Clubhouse rips. It's awesome. And I was talking to someone named Say Park, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And he said something really great that stuck out with me. So he said, if you're not making for yourself, you're not going to survive. It's 100% true. The videos that have gotten the most views, that have brought people to view my channel, have been videos that I've enjoyed making. However, my successful videos are not always the videos that I want to keep making, at least topic-wise. I really loved making my repurposing an old iPad video. And the smart money says, if I want to grow my channel, I should continue to make videos about repurposing old iPads. But if I think of creating for myself first, if I think of those principles, I don't want to make a bunch of videos where I repurpose old iPads. That was just one thing that I previously knew how to do that I thought would be cool to share with the world. And that's the kind of videos that I always want to make. But it's just not always going to be about what makes sense from a growth perspective, So here are a couple things that I've learned that have really helped me have a healthy relationship with my YouTube channel. Number one, consistency. Just show up. I say it a lot. I've said it a lot in this video. But just being there and just having the goal to just upload a video is what's going to start the ball rolling and get you to a place where you're comfortable doing this. Perfectionism. I struggle with that immensely. I always want to make my videos absolutely perfect. I've done that with this video even. I always want to try my best, and I really do try my best in all these videos. But striving for perfection will ruin you, and it's going to ruin the process for you. You also have to give your videos a chance. Don't just determine their growth from their first initial cycle of an upload. The videos that I've talked about where I've gotten a lot of subscribers from my YouTube channel are not videos that initially were extremely popular. Sometimes they are, and that's awesome. But there's videos that I've put up that didn't actually experience an influx of subscribers until like weeks, sometimes months into their upload. It just somehow clicked and the algorithm got hold of it. So here's my goal for the rest of the year. You're welcome to join me with this, and you don't have to. This is just what I'm doing for myself. 50 videos. I want to upload 50 videos this year. It's similar to that initial, I'm going to do 100 videos in 100 days kind of goal, but it's a little more time to create half as many videos. I can control what video I upload. I can control when I upload a video. Of course, love subscribers, but it's not the number one thing that I'm here for. I'm extremely grateful to get to this point. This is a huge milestone for me that I only dreamed of 10 years ago. I know for certain that those 1,000 people are not showing up every single video. And that's okay. That's okay for you too. Thank you for the past 10 years. For those of you that have stuck around for all of them, or if you just subscribed today, I appreciate you a lot. And I'm excited to see what I do for the next 10 years. Maybe after that too.